Marvel Rivals just released the latest Dev Vision video, giving us our first preview of Elsa Bloodstone's gameplay and the new content coming in Season 6.5. What it do, Durag Nation? We've got a lot of news to go over that will give you nothing but good vibes, and one piece of news that will make some of you want to punch a wall. I'll quickly go over everything without wasting your time. First, Hulk smashed that hype button so YouTube shares the news, and let's get it. Our Lord Guangguang successfully took his show back from Deadpool and returned to give us an introduction to his partner, the beautiful Monster Hunter. After saving Deadpool when the Brood Queen got him pregnant and encouraging Wade to look after the monsters he freed from the Collector, Elsa Bloodstone joined our heroes, which includes Howard the Duck, as they officially celebrated the wedding of Gambit and Rogue that was previously interrupted by the time shenanigans. Elsa now will be available on the roster as a duelist, so it's a good thing they decided to make Deadpool all three roles. Elsa's abilities and team up pretty much work exactly like I predicted in my preview video from last week. She is primarily a ranged hero that will be able to alternate between her breathing gun and elephant rifle. Plus she has the ability to summon monsters to help her in battle. Elsa also has a passive ability called Instinct that she builds up while fighting that allows her to do more damage and reduce her cooldowns. This gets reset if she's KO'd, but definitely already sounds like one of the stronger duelist passives in the game. Since she's an expert hunter, they also gave her the ability to set traps. She could summon the smoke monster named Diablo, which in the comics comes from the 5th dimension and was defeated by her father. When enemies walk into the trap, they become immobilized, allowing Elsa to light them up with her guns, which is going to be a lot of fun to do and really annoying to fight against. Her ultimate allows her to summon another monster, Glartrox. This was the monster we saw behind her in the Season 6 trailer and is also the demonic creature that possessed her brother Cullen Bloodstone. When she summons the Glartrox, it runs straight through the enemy lines, biting whoever is in its path. I have a guide on all of Elsa's abilities dropping soon, and I'll leave it in the end screen once I'm allowed to post it. Next, Guangguang went over the new team-up changes, as well as Elsa's team-up ability. First, they are removing the Fantastic Four team-up from the game, and instead, Invisible Woman will be the anchor for a new team-up with Doctor Strange, called Sonic Mayhem. When Strange uses his Maelstrom, it now pulls enemies in while granting both Doctor Strange and his nearby allies bonus health based on the amount of damage he deals with it. Pretty insane buff for him. Now, the team-up people were expecting when they told us they were bringing back an old Doctor Strange team-up was his Gamma Charge with Hulk, but they're still giving out a new Gamma ability. It just turns out they're giving it to a different tank. But first, Elsa Bloodstone's team up is with Deadpool and Jeff, just like I predicted in my video from last week since they teased it in a new lore entry. If the bullets from Elsa's breathing gun hit an enemy, it basically does the same effect as the Jeff team up where Deadpool yaps in your ear and covers your screen. But she can also recall the rod to heal herself based on the amount of damage that she did. As for the mysterious Gamma team up, it's being given to the Thing instead of Strange. Ben gets a Gamma Gauntlet that increases the range of his punches while dealing extra damage and giving him bonus health on every hit. A Thing and Hulk duo would go crazy with this combo if it wasn't for Hela, Phoenix, Hawkeye, and Moon Knight existing. The last new team up is unexpectedly between Mr. Fantastic and Rocket. Reed joins the Rocket network with the Fantastic Amplifier. While active, he can now go past 100 elasticity, which is a passive that increases Reed's attack power. Once it reaches 100, you typically go into the inflated state automatically, but now you can choose when to go big, which is a pretty fantastic change for Reed players. Speaking of fantastic, Rivals is celebrating the wedding of Rogue and Gambit by taking full advantage of the amazing Times Square map. So on Valentine's Day, if you're alone or your partner is also a Rivals player, jump into the city and become part of a parade where Rogue and Gambit will ride around on a wedding carriage. You can also earn units for showing up to support them. This time last year, there was also a spring festival where Rivals added a 3v3 Rocket League style soccer mode. This time, Iron Fist will be performing in Times Square, and you'll also be able to earn free stuff by watching. Times Square was such an amazing idea, and I hope they keep adding more cool stuff in the future. Deadpool isn't done yet in Rivals and is actually hosting an in-game tournament. Anyone can join with their factions and just play for the vibes, plus the chance to earn units and unstable molecules. This would typically be the part of Dev Vision where they switch to Zeong and go over the balance changes. Unfortunately, he was not available to film, so you're not going to know about any of the balance changes until the full patch notes come out a few hours from now. But one thing you shouldn't expect is changes to ranked, like many have been asking for, specifically updates to the placement system and increased penalties for throwers, which is something Guangguang would be able to announce without Xeon, but he ended the video. I think Deadpool probably took up a lot of resources, so I'm not expecting any big changes to ranked until season 7, which is also probably when we'll hear about the new PvE mode, since that's also not ready for 6.5. The devs are listening to feedback though, so drop in the comments below what changes you want in season 7. And if you are looking for more superhero games to pair with Marvel rivals, you picked the right time to be alive, because there are more than a dozen new superhero games coming, and I broke down all of them. Click the video on screen to learn more. And a huge shout out to everyone supporting me on Patreon. Join for free so you never miss an update.